Hello, welcome to the second part of the lighting tutorial. Today we'll be covering the more technical aspects of shading and lighting. First of all, we should cover layer modes. Multiply. This is very commonly used, but desaturates your colors a little bit, as well as unevenly darkens the values when you have a variety of colors. You can avoid this by clipping the base colors onto the multiply layer. Color burn. This is also used for shading, and it saturates your colors a little bit more and darkens accordingly with multiple base colors. It's very strong, so you'll need it at a very low opacity, and this is my favorite layer mode. Screen. I use this mainly for bounce light, but also sometimes for highlights. It makes the colors brighter and closer to the chosen color. However, this can also make your colors look a little bit washed out sometimes. Addition. I rarely use this layer mode, but it can be useful sometimes. It has a very bright effect. Overlay. This layer mode is used mostly to make things more vibrant and closer to the color that you choose. Moving on to the actual processes, the first one I have is having the highlights and then placing a shadow layer over it. This is my go-to method, and I lay down a pale version of the base colors, then place a burn or multiply layer over it. After doing so, I either color the edges of the shadows with orange on the shadow layer, or I do it on top with an overlay layer. Then I'll place a color adjustment layer if I feel that it is necessary. Next up is the shadows with a highlight layer over it. This is a little bit harder, at least for me, since there aren't many decent lightning layer modes. Addition can make things look too washed out since it makes your highlight color whiter, and if you pick a more saturated color, the hues will all shift towards it. Screen doesn't retain some of the value differences. However, you could probably achieve a nice result if you combine multiple lighting layers and overlay layers. Lastly, I don't use this method, but it is worth a mention. You can do a grayscale version of your drawing and then color it in. Some people like doing this as it allows you to preview the brightness values of everything, but if you don't know what you're doing, putting in the colors can be difficult. You can color manually via a layer set on the color mode or use gradient maps. Unless you've got a good sense of value, this is a little bit difficult to pull off.